So, hi guys. You remember Uncle Jimmy? We're going to have a discussion about an email I received, and I'm going to read it to you right now. All right, so the email says, "My wife had the gastric sleeve in June, and you're so right about everything you said in your video. We had our ups and downs, but after maybe almost a month, she changed a whole lot. The first thing she started to do was stop having sex with me and was avoiding me too. We had one small argument, and that was enough for her to have me move to my mom's house. It's been 3 weeks, and she barely wants to talk to me on the phone. I can surely see where this is going. I got so sick to my stomach at the thought of her throwing me away because of this surgery." Okay, the reason why I'm asking Uncle Jimmy, aside from my husband, is because my husband, he doesn't have very much dialogue. He's kind of a straight person as far as yes, no, maybe, I don't know. So that would not be a good conversation. So anyway, I'm asking you because you've had a similar experience, but we had this discussion prior to this video and it got really, really heated because we have to remember that this is not our specific situation. So we were almost yelling at each other about stuff that had nothing to do with this email. So I will start off by saying this. In this case alone, I do not feel that the surgery was the main cause. I honestly feel that the wife kind of pre-planned this. If the surgery was like, a month ago, she could have lost that much weight in a month. I mean, let's just say she's 400 pounds. Okay, after about a month, she might be down to 360. Okay, was that good enough for her to be like, oh, I'm good. I look good. I'm about to go. I think this was pre-planned. And as much as I want to hug you and tell you that everything will be okay, she's not worth it and everything, I know you still love her, but I don't think that this is a person worthy.
I can agree that it was pre-planned. Like, to be honest, you know what I'm saying? It's going to sound funny, but it's actually as honest as I can be. I'm not trying to say he wasn't listening or he really didn't pay attention, but I feel like he had this whole thing embedded in his mind as a happy wife, happy life. So when she was telling him about it, he didn't gain too much interest in it. You know what I'm saying? He was just being there to confide and to console her. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I want to get this surgery. Like, yeah, it'd be great. She was like, oh, I'll be doing this. I'll lose this much pant sizes. Yeah, that'd be great. Instead of thinking like, okay, she'll get to a point where she's at a point where she's not happy with herself and she really doesn't accept herself. So when she got this surgery and she started to accept herself a lot more, me being a person stating that, oh, I'll accept you any way you are not keeping up. And it may sound funny, but if she's moving forward in life, like you said, maybe it'd be a month that you can lose 40 pounds. That's depending if you're not dieting already and working out or doing anything specific that trains your body to lose more weight. So she could, let's say if she was 400 pounds and she got down to 3. Like, it may sound like that was drastic in a month.
Well, with the surgery, you can lose that much weight in a month, but I'm just saying, even if she got down to 3, she's not skinny after a month. But that just depends on where she was before the surgery, too.
And how long she was there before the surgery.
Right. So that may neither be here nor there. But, okay, so that's answering the emailer's question.
She gone, bro. I'm not even going to lie. She's gone. And it's not even to sound funny. It's not to sound messed up. But she's at a point where she's getting these certain types of compliments and recognition from other places that she's probably still not getting from home because you see it as the same life. Instead of, I got to keep up with the times. You have to be her fan, not friend. Fan. You have to be able to pump her head up because there's people out there pumping her head up. And if she's seeing these images on TV, you could fall in love with the magazine and don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? You fall in love with these images and you see these people out here that's fitting these type of images or personality traits, you'll tend to get attracted to them.
If he's the person on the end that needs to own up to what he has or hasn't done.
So he could be just complacent of blame.
It could be that he still looks at her as this bigger woman and he's not seeing her as, wow, you're beautiful to me and saying these things to her. But he also could be the type that is saying these things. And she could just be that person of, you know what? When I saw you, I thought you was just aight. But now that I'm really...
I ran to Morris Chestnut or Brad Pitt, and now...
And they think I look good.
And they think I'm stunning, so...
And you know what? That's nothing against his ego. Because to someone else, you may be the world's most nice-looking man. Don't count what she sees, what your wife sees, as what you are. Don't let that define you. Because to somebody else, you are more than treasure.
And I also see it as like this. You know what I'm saying? It may sound bad, but it is also a karma thing. You know what I'm saying? So she's at this point where she's looking... They always say the grass isn't green on the other side. She's probably been looking over this fence for the longest. Envying the magazines, envying the women in the magazines, feeling like she can fit that persona, which means she can get this type of people around her. You know what I'm saying? She'll get into that life. I'm not trying to sound funny, but it's actually stuff that I've seen in certain situations, even personal experiences. They get into that life and it's not what they really wanted. So I'm not saying you should wait around for anything. Like, y'all probably are happy right now. Probably was just a little misunderstanding and you kind of got into your emotions. But we all get there. But at the same time, she's going to get hers. If it is that type of party, she's going to get hers. Or she really just could be like, yo, it wasn't working out with us to begin with and you're not trying to keep up to begin with. So we could be seeing it as he's an out of shape man.
Okay,
too.
You're looking at this from all kind of angles, but
he could, like, I'm trying to make sure you're not always... I'll go with the men. I'm on the men's team.
No.
So I'm on the men's team, okay? So what I'm stating is I got your back, but I'm in the reality team as well, so it could be your fault too. Like, he could be also an out of shape man. And now that she's losing weight and getting into exercising,
that's a very much
he's
a possibility
probably
too.
not.
However, I'm going to look at this email from the woman's standpoint. Where is it at? Oh, okay. From the woman's standpoint. The first thing she did was stop wanting to have sex. She's avoiding me. We had a small argument, and that was enough for her to make me move to my mom's. It's been 3 weeks and she barely will talk to me on the phone.
Sorry, bro.
Okay, I'm going to take a more sensitive approach. But
sorry, bro.
Initially, yes. That's why I feel it was pre-planned, okay? I'm not going to give too much of my personal information out, but I'll say what a small part of the experience is. This lady... She's different from me because she lost weight and this was planned. I really swear this was planned. If his email is exactly how it went, this was planned. She pre-planned this. As soon as I lose this weight, this month is out of here. But in most cases, the person does lose the weight. Like Uncle Jimmy said, the spouse doesn't kind of keep up with that and they're still looking at them the same. This person goes out into the world and everybody like, hey! And you've never been that person to ever get a hey, anything.
And your husband ain't had.
And he's not. Sometimes when you are not a good spouse, you inadvertently create disaster. That's why you have to care about your relationship and take care of your relationship because you leave it open for other people to have access to your spouse. And you don't want that. You want to cover all the bases.
You should have been punching people in the chin when they got near to your woman.
But again, he could just be a nice husband,
and he could just be whole lying right now.
No,
like,
right? That's true too.
He could just be
but he could be a good
lying,
husband, and his wife just might be the B word.
It's probably he's not a good husband. I'm sorry, I'm on the reality team. He could have been the guy. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really paying attention to you no more because when we first got together, you was this way. Now you're not there, so now we falling out a lot. I don't need to talk to you. I don't want to have sex as much. And then now, before she starts to get the surgery and everything, he wants to be more affectionate. She's probably already got to the point of, yo, I'm gone. As soon as this, it's a wrap.
Okay,
like,
so
he could have just been a bad husband to begin with.
Okay, so just to so we don't make this a long drug out video, do you want to share why you can relate a little bit?
I was in a relationship, and you know what I'm saying, when we got together, she was at a certain way. She wasn't a small girl, you know what I'm saying, and then I guess it got to the point where she got comfortable, or we got comfortable, and she started to gain weight. And now when she started to gain weight, she wanted to lose it. She was thinking about surgeries and this, that, and the third. I said, you just got to work out. You got to eat less. And this is where it gets to the point of where I fucked up, but she also fucked up. I started to give her workout tips. I started to even eat her food right off of her plate. We lived together. I'm snatching everything off of your plate. Like, you know what I'm saying? And she started to lose this weight. And when I noticed that she started to lose this weight, I started to tell her, like, yo, people are going to start coming around you more. You're going to start having these amount of friends. She went from having literally 3 likes on a photo on Facebook to having about 70. Like, and you could tell her mind altered and changed. You can tell that grass on the other side of the fence could have been greener. I'm not saying I was the best boyfriend, but at the same time, like, you see what that world was out there. And the reason why I say, like, you know what I'm saying, karmas whatever can happen is because a certain situation happened right after me and her broke up, and I was the person that was still there for her. She didn't see that because she's seeing the glitz and glamours of these lights of, I'm out in the world, I'm a littler girl now, people are looking at me a lot more, and this, that, and the third. So I don't see it as, I try to see it from both angles. I see it as, wow, you weren't really the down girlfriend you say you was, because we was together for 5 years, and as soon as you lose this weight, you was gone. Like, but then also see it as, I didn't keep up with the times. She started to lose these weight. I didn't become her biggest fan. I didn't become that guy that is always out there trying to talk to her. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, let's be honest. You ain't going to wear the same pair of shoes all day, every day for the rest of your life, are you? You're going to go get another pair of shoes that interest you. And if these shoes bust on the sole, then you got to go get some new shoes. Your relationship could be busted on the sole, and you just didn't put that in the message. The relationship.
But I just don't want to make it seem like that he would be completely to blame. That's what I'm trying to steer clear. I'm making it seem like that
there's 3 sides to a story. His side, her side, and the truth. So I didn't want people to get on this, you know what I'm saying, this video and get biased, like, oh, she could have did this, that, and the third, or he was like this, that, and the third, because all that does is cause drama. So I see it from all angles.
Exactly.
You gotta see it from all angles.
So I will say this. In my opinion, no, I don't think weight loss surgery or weight loss in general is the reason behind destroyed relationships. I honestly believe that if you are in a happy relationship, something like losing weight most likely won't put a dent in it. I do know some people that are still with the person that they're with, and they lost weight, they're fine. To me, I don't think losing weight has anything to do with it. I think if you're happy.
I think losing weight is the start of it. Okay. It's the start.
So we agree to disagree. Because here's my problem. No matter what happens, he could come up to her and punch her in the eye today. If she leaves, people will say, well, you know, she had that surgery.
No.
Ultimately, people will put that in there.
Because maybe like her life wasn't publicized to begin with. Like, if it got to a point where, she coming in here looking like she got to fight with Tyson every night. Like,
literally. You know, let's say he punched her in the eye just because he don't like that she's
Was this the first time?
Come on, why do you have to make a whole...
We gotta put it all out there.
No,
she don't want to do it. We gotta put it all out there. This is why we argued in the first place.
Okay, we argued in the first place because he didn't say... No, because did he say that in the email? No, he didn't say none of that. Okay, I'm just saying, but hypothetically...
But realistically, do you think somebody's going to tell on herself?
No, but what are you talking about? The whole point is... No, I get what you're saying. He's telling his side of the story. I get that. What I'm saying is, no matter what happens with their relationship, somebody somewhere is going to say it's because of the surgery. But that does not make that right.
It doesn't make it right, but...
And that does not make that
75% of the time is right. I mean, if you like to, after the video, you can go pull up statistics.
You mean to tell me right now? Okay, you're right about that.
I said 75%. I don't know if it's 75%.
I think it might be a tad... lower, higher, I don't know, but it's a percentage that was worth recording. So what you mean to tell me right now, as it stands, if you get with somebody that's heavy and they lose weight and it doesn't work between you, it's because they lost weight? Really?
No, it's because it started with them losing weight.
So you think that's the start of the troubles?
Hey, if a man get a surgery, because there is a surgery, I'm going to say this, and it's...
No, men get gastric sleeve.
No, not that surgery.
But I know what you're talking about. I'm trying to keep it G.
Because there's 3 inches somewhere.
Okay, this is the Stacy Foster show.
I know, my bad.
This is the Stacy Foster show. We don't talk like that on my channel.
Say anything.
It don't matter if you said it or not. You don't say it.
Then we're going to go to this one.
It.
Then we're going to go to this one. Plastic surgery. They get a facial structure change. It was because of the surgery. If something in their life has changed. If something in your life, drastic, dramatic, anything that is major in your life has changed, I say the start of it was the surgery. Because now the person's eyes are open now. It all depends on what they see. That makes or breaks it.
Okay.
Did that sound a little bit better?
That sounds...
You're not going to pinch me again?
I'm just tired of your shit. I mean, your stuff.
Boom! And she got mad at me.
That's why I don't like having these discussions with him. Okay, end the discussion.
That gotta go on there.
No, okay, but next time, 10 minutes. We're at 17 minutes. I'm gonna
people got a show. People got a show.
Okay, so we will have another discussion that we will think on in the
and best believe it'll be controversy because I like trouble. I'm sorry I put that face in there. I didn't mean to, but I did that second time though.
So anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening to our rant. Put a comment down below, and if you have a situation that you would like for me to discuss with the knowledgeable Uncle Jimmy.
Extravagant Uncle Jimmy.
No, just knowledgeable. And we will discuss it. So that'll be a fun topic.
I'm like Yoda.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Well,
see you later. Say bye. See you later.
See ya. Have a good day.